Hey, what's up guys, my name is Brad, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another Duel Links video, welcome back to another Duel Links discussion video. Today we're going to be talking about Revolution Beginning, the brand new box coming out on New Year's Day. Now I haven't looked at this too much, and I don't know whether I'm going to edit this or just use the Konami website or whatever, which is why I'm just recording it as I am now. But I haven't seen pretty much anything from this set. I've seen like one card, and that's only because I clicked on it because I was kind of speculative of whether this was actually real or not, and it is. So let's go through Witness the Beginning of a New Age, Join a Revolution with Junk Destroyer. I'm going to go through the URs and SRs and just give my thoughts on them. So let's scroll all the way down just here. I'm just going to go straight down to the list of cards included and go through them one by one. Junk Destroyer. Okay, so this was the card that was leaked that got us the first reveal of this box. And cool, you know, straight away it's a cool card. Junk Synchro plus one of my launching monsters is a good use case for our boy Junk Synchro, which we got in the last box. When this card is Synchro summoned, you can target cards on the field up to the number of non-tuner monsters used for Synchro target, destroy those. So that's not too bad. As I said in my previous video, you're probably going to be getting off like a maximum of 2 destroyers with this card, which is really good because it's any card. It's not just face-up cards, it's not just face-down, it's not just monsters, it's anything on board you can get rid of, which fits the name of Junk Destroyer. And definitely is a nice little, I would say generic in Duel Links, because I think every Synchro deck right now is running Junk Synchron. Every one of them. They're all running that grass, what grows in the graveyard skill, and Junk Synchron is as popular as ever, so this will fit right in. Slide this into an Armades deck, and you're pretty good to go. Next, we have KARAKURI Shogun MDL 00 Beret. So we did actually get reprints of some KARAKURI and Quackimiro cards, I know that, in this box set, so that's pretty cool. It's a level 7 Earth, 2700 attack, 900 defense, 1 shooter plus 1 more non-shooting machine monsters. When it's kind of Synchro summoned, you can special summon 1 KARAKURI from your deck. That's really good. Okay, just putting more spamming potential on board, that's really good. Once per turn, you can target one monster on the field, change its battle position. I believe the KARAKURIs have effects that dictate what battle position they're in, or whether their battle position is changed. So that could be really interesting if true. I think that's what they do. And I know that we've got some in Duel Links already, and they're quite expensive. They're usually ultra rares and super rares. So hopefully the cards in this box set actually will be enough to play the deck, and you won't really need too many of the old cards, because that could really limit the potential for some new players. Then we have Ancient Sacred Wyvern. I know Rarity Fangirl 31VA is going to be ecstatic with this. This is a level 7 light, again, 2100 attack, 2000 defense, 1 light tuner plus 1 more non-tuner monsters, so again, pretty generic. While your life points is higher than your opponent's, this card gains attack equal to the difference. While it's lower, this card loses attack equal to the difference, so it could be pretty detrimental to play this card when you have less life points. But Aromages, this is going to be the deck you're going to run this in. I think Aromage Jasmine is a light. I think she's a light, so you'd be able to be pretty good, but you need light tuner though, so who would you go for? You'd go for DD Sprite. Probably. I'm probably have to pick up more DD Sprites, to be fair, if you want to play this. When this card is drawn by battle into the graveyard, you can pay 1,000, special this card. That's pretty good. You know, especially if you're so far ahead still in the duel, you pay 1,000 and get Ancient Sacred Wyvern out, who's going to be pretty beefy by itself, so that's really cool. I definitely didn't expect Ancient Sacred Wyvern this early, so I'm really happy this card is actually coming for us. Then we're getting Underworld Fighter Balmung. So we had, I believe, if the level 4 Fabled card is in this set as well, then this is our second. Well, technically be our first, because you'd be the URs are shown before the commons and normals. But level 4 Dark, 1 tuner plus 1 more non-tuner monsters, pretty generic, 200 attack, 800 defense, not too bad. When this card is destroyed by card effects into the graveyard, you could target 1 level 4 or lower monster in your graveyard, except this card, special summon it. Could this card be useful in Six Samurais? Or like X-Sabers maybe, if they're warriors. I think they're warriors. So there's a few decks you could use this in. I'm not too sure where exactly else you'd want in. It is generic, so it doesn't have to be warriors. You could technically go, hey, this card's destroyed, give me a Junk Synchro now. You could do that, which would be kind of weird, kind of spicy, and kind of triggering, I think, for people. But still, a pretty cool. It looks fucking badass. Has some fucking badass artwork. I'll give it that. But right now, I'm not too sure where this card would fit in. But it's an ultra rare, so Konami must think there's a deck to abuse this in Duel Links. Then we're getting the Fabled Cerebel, which I don't think was actually in the leaks. It probably was in the DD Tower event, but not in the leaks. Level 2 light. Beast Tuner, if this card is sent to the graveyard, it's discarded, sorry, special summon it. So obviously Fabled and Dark Worlds discard cards with their card effects, so you could very easily get a monster on board as a tuner, level 2, and then of course go in with to the level 6 and level 4 Fabled Synchros, and probably a level 8 or 7 I think we have as well, so or based on the leaks we're going to be getting. So really nice card, and yeah, definitely deserving of that UR spot. Fabled Grimro is the Searcher, of course, talked about this one quite a bit in my leak video as well. If you try a Fabled monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, add one Fabled from your deck to your hand. Really nice. Doom Calibanizer UR, thank fucking god it's coming finally. It's been way too long in the leaks since we've seen this card. Obviously I don't think it's going to be that prominent in the meta, but as I think people have kind of said that it's not that great anymore. But still, 1900 attack can negate the effect of a monster effect during either player's turn when it's activated, is always really nice. I like it. I have a personal love for Doom Caliber. I hope that it sees play. Miracle Fusion, there we go. I talked about this in my leak video, or not yet. My leak video today that we're getting Miracle Fusion in the box. Fusion summon 1 Material Fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed on it from your side of the field or your graveyard. Going to be very helpful for summoning out Core, for summoning out Divine Neos, which we're getting in the upcoming event. So that should be pretty cool. Obviously now you're not tied to using the skill, which I believe replaces your draw rather than just adds to your hand. So really, really nice for getting this as a UR. Shrink, like some cards, I'm going to have a video of this in a couple of days, but this is one of those cards I always thought that probably should have come to Duel Links a very long time ago, but now it's here. It's kind of like a quicker, because it's a quick play, Paleozoic Hallucigenia that doesn't obviously get the effect of being a Paleo and being able to summon another Paleo from the grave when it's activated. Target one face a monster on the field, the original attack of that monster is halved until the end of this turn. I think this card's going to be a tech choice in a few decks. I don't think it will see an intense meta uptaking, but still a pretty nice card, and obviously a card very prominent in the anime for Shadow Kaiba, so really nice we're finally getting it in Duel Links. Now onto the super rares. My voice is killing if you can't hear, so apologies for that. Iron Chain Dragon, level 6 Earth, 2400 attack, 1300 defense, is generic as well. You can remove from play all Iron Chain monsters from your graveyard. This card gain 200 attack points for each card removed till the end phase. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, send the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck to the graveyard, so it is milling. We have another mill deck. This is a Synchro mill deck. This should be pretty fun to play around with. I'm not too sure what all the other Iron Chain cards do, and whether, you know, being in the graveyard is vitally important for them or not. I doubt it if Iron Chain Dragon just straight up banishes them. But this was one of the oldest Synchro monsters. I believe this came out in the Duel's Genesis or Crossroads of Chaos, so it's one of the first 2 sets of Synchros in the TCG, so it's probably not going to be that great, but still a pretty fun little archetype, a new archetype at least for us to take advantage of. Fabled Radiant, level 5. I believe I talked about this one. Light, 2300 attack, 800 defense. When this card is Synchro summoned, if you have 1 less cards in your hand, draw until you have 2 cards in your hand. So potentially a +2 on summon, or a +2 draw at least on summon, is really nice. Nothing else really too good about it. You know, it just got a decent stat level for a level 5, and would be very easy to summon out with obviously Cerebrus and another level 3. So really cool. Then we get a Fabled Raven, another tuner, level 2. Once per turn you discard any number of cards. If you do, this card gains 1 level and 400 attack for every discarded card until the end of this turn. Easily makes up for you needing different levels with other monsters on the field, and also will trigger the effects of other Fabled cards in your hand when they're discarded, so potentially getting out monsters to the field or searching out monsters from your deck to your hand. So really nice card. Karakuri Komachi, MDL 224 Ninishi, a level 3 0 attack 900 defense Earth Machine Tuner. This card must attack if able. When this face-up card is selected as an attack target, change its battle position while this card is face-up on the field. Once per turn during your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Karakuri in addition to a normal summon or set. That's really good because you can normal summon this card, then normal summon another one, going for a Synchro summon, and then you still have special summons left later on in the duel. Go for one of the big Karakuri Synchros we saw earlier in the video. That could be a really nice little strat there. Definitely looking forward to seeing if Karakuris can actually make a play and make a comeback in Duel Links. Then we're getting Karakuri Merchant MDL 177 Inashichi, level 2 Earth Machine. This card must attack if able. When this face-up attached card selects as an attack target, changes to defense position. When this card is normal summoned, add 1 Karakuri card from your deck to your hands. It's a nice little searcher for you. That's not too bad, and I believe the fact that all these have this must attack if able, that might be really good for, of course, the Synchro we saw that could change it to defense mode to make it so that they don't have to attack. So that's really cool. Then we have Quackimera Rooklord, so more Quackimera support, let's say level 8 I believe, or level 7, a level 7 Earth Warrior, 2000 attack, 2000 defense. During each of your end phases, destroy this card unless you send one Iron Core from your hand or grave to the graveyard, or reveal one Warrior type monster in your hand. You contribute summon this card by attributing one Quackimera monster, that's really good. When this card is normal summoned, you can replay one Quackimera card in your graveyard to destroy up to 2 cards your opponent controls. Finally, we're getting some more just card removal. Obviously, we're getting Junk Destroyer as a Synchro. Quackimera Rooklord is going to be a nice big boss monster. I believe it's going to replace Maximus, I think, is the current boss monster for Quackimeras we have. So Rooklord will be a nice little change from playing Maximus, seeing that on board, and is probably a lot better in my opinion. So that's really cool. And we're also getting Shield Crush, another super rare card, another classic card from Premium Pack 1 in the TCG. Target one defense monster on the field, destroy a target. Clearly this is designed to go against the Karakuris. Really cool. And then we're getting Karakuri Cash. Select one face-up Karakuri monster you control, add one level 4 lower Karakuri monster from a deck to your hand, and change the battle position of a selected monster. So that's just really good, being able to search out from your deck for another Karakuri card, and also make it so that your Karakuri doesn't have to attack. Really cool. And next we have Daimakura Quackimeru. I believe this is a really good card for Quackimeras. Add one Quackimera card from your deck to your hand except itself. You can banish this card from your graveyard for the rest of this turn. Quackimera monsters you control cannot be destroyed. So if you attacked until by a Wall of D, if you are Treacherous Trap Hold, none of this is going to affect your Quackimera monster, which is really nice. Of course, you'd play this on the start of the turn, get the draw off, or get the add to hand, then obviously banish it, so anything you do afterwards is unaffected. So really, really nice card. Definitely one of the better cards for Quackimeras we've seen. And I believe finally, Synchro Material. This is a soul exchange for Synchro Summoning. Select one face-up monster your opponent controls. If you Synchro Summon this turn, you can use selected monster as a Synchro Material monster. You can also touch your battle phase, turn you activate this card, which is, yeah, like I said, pretty much a soul exchange for Synchro Summoning. So not too bad. It's pretty slow being a trap card, unfortunately. I would have liked it to be a bit better. And we do have Unending Nightmare, continuous trap card. This is probably one of the better cards in the box, I think. You can pay 1,000, then target one face-up spell trap on the field, destroy it. You can only activate the effect of Unending Nightmare once per chain, so that's really, really interesting. This is one of the first cards we've had in Duel Links that specifies only being able to access and only being able to be played once in a chain. So look forward to seeing how Unending Nightmare, which I know is a pretty good card in the TCG, or at least in some decks in the TCG, in the past, at least not right now. Look forward to seeing how this is uptake in Duel Links. So pretty cool. I believe that is it. That is all we have for the super rares and ultra rares. I'm gonna while I'm saying my outro, of course, we're getting new GENEX support, a ton of Fabled Iron Chain cards, Karakuris. There is a lot in this box, a lot to kind of go into and actually experiment with, which can be really interesting. But again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts on this box, comment down below, and I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.